You know it's a strange season whenever we're playing regular season games on Thanksgiving. 2020, man. These are the picks. Welcome into the picks presented by Visit Arlington, your guide to Texas high school football weekend. My name is Greg Tepper of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are into week 14 or week 10 of the regular season for the 6A and 5A ranks. And look, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. We're getting down to district championships on the line, but we're also getting into a situation where seeding is on the line. Remember, you got to keep an eye on those third and fourth place finishers, especially in the 6A ranks, to see which teams are going to go to which bracket. That's going to have a huge impact on the way things look. Now we're focusing on the big schools here. We have another video for 4A and below and their playoff scene, but there are massive games everywhere you look. We start in Cypress. 7 o'clock Friday night at Scifire FCU Stadium in Cypress. It is a battle of unbeatens as the Bridgeland Bears take on the Scifire Bobcats. What are the keys to this matchup? Key number one, styles clash. I don't know if you could draw up two teams that are more polar opposite in the way that they go about business offensively than these two squads. Scifire is a running team. Now, under Coach Jeff Miller, first-year coach there for the Bobcats, they are throwing the ball a little bit more. They're throwing the ball about 31% of the time this year as opposed to 25% last year under Ed Pajovsky, and there's good reason for that. That's their identity. They are a running team, and they have a great running back in LJ Johnson to carry the load. For Bridgeland, they're wide open spread, baby. Connor Wigman, their quarterback, has been outstanding. Got a bevy of receivers led by Dylan Goffney that really lighted up offensively. So in this matchup where you have two starkly different offenses, who can come through with the big plays? Key number two, Scifire splash plays. So this is not a Scifire defense that is full of blue chippers. I don't mean that disrespectfully. They've just got a lot of guys who are just really good at football. Maybe not the biggest high-name recruits, but they are a unit, and they play really well, and they make big plays at the big moment. Thatcher Milton leads a really talented defensive secondary, and they've got Hunter Warren up front and Cade Campbell in that front seven that are really guiding the way up front. Scifire has always had a reputation for being a stout defense, and they've got another one this year. And they're a team that's going to come up with those big plays at the key moments. They're going to need that against a high-powered Bridgeland offense. So, can the Bobcats get those big plays? And key number three, changing of the guard. There's almost nothing on the line here. I'm just going to be honest. Yes, they're both 9-0 and they want to finish the regular season undefeated, but there's nothing on the line. This is actually a non-district game. I don't know if you realize that. Yeah. And in fact, these two teams are not only going to different brackets. Scifire is already going to the Division I bracket. Bridgeland's going to the Division II bracket. They're going to be in different regions altogether. Bridgeland's in Region 2 and Scifire's in Region 3. So there's nothing really tangibly on the line except maybe everything. Scifire has been the bell cow pedigree program for Scifire ISD. They're the original school there in Scifire ISD. They have the only state championship in the school district history. They are the team of record in Scifire ISD. Bridgeland's a new kid on the block. They've only been around for a couple of years, but they're already making their mark, and they have a chance to take down the team that has, for all these years, represented Scifire ISD. They can take the crown. So, in a game that simultaneously doesn't have anything on the line and feels like it has everything on the line, who seizes the moment best? Who am I picking? I'm going with Bridgeland. I like this offense a lot. I think Connor Wigman and Dylan Goffney in this wide open spread attack is really going to give Scifire a little bit of trouble. And if they fall behind, I'm not sure that Scifire can score quick enough to come back in this game. Now look, I'm probably making a mistake here because Scifire, this is exactly what they want you to think. They have made a habit out of taking on teams that are more explosive than them and tricking them into playing their game and grinding it out on the ground and winning with that outstanding defense. And I think they've got a great opportunity to do that here. But there's something about this Bridgeland team. They're playing with swagger. They're playing like they're not afraid of anybody. And I think that comes through. I think the Bears bring home a signature win. 7:30 p.m. Friday night at Panther Stadium in Duncanville. It's a mega-sized DFW showdown as the Duncanville Panthers take on the DeSoto Eagles. Now, look, there's nothing on the line as far as playoffs are concerned. That's all been settled because they went to the zone format in that district. Duncanville will be the top Division I seed out of District 11, and it will be DeSoto as the second Division I seed out of that district. But this is a great measuring stick for both of these teams. This Duncanville defense is nasty, man. They are really, really talented, and it's not just guys like Kendrick Blacksher. They have playmakers all over the field, and I think they're going to give trouble to Samari Collier and this DeSoto attack. The other side's really interesting, too, because you've got this DeSoto defense, which I think is significantly better than last year, with Shamar Turner leading the way. Now going up against what I think is an improving Duncanville offense as quarterback Grayson James starting to round in the form. I think this game we're going to learn a lot about both of these teams, and who knows, maybe it's the first of two meetings between them. But I do think that Duncanville brings home this win. It's a Black Friday matinee, 2 o'clock Friday at Pirate Stadium at First United Park in Lubbock, as the District 3-5A Division II title is on the line when the Wichita Falls Rider Raiders visit the Lubbock Cooper Pirates. And the showcase matchup here is the Rider offense with quarterback Jacob Rodriguez against Kobe McKenzie and his absolutely outrageous Lubbock Cooper defense. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And I'm not going to try to talk you into some other key to the game. That's going to be a lot of fun. Can this outstanding Rojo offense go up against the Pirates defense and come out the other side? That's going to be a lot of fun. But I think the reason I give the edge to Rider is their own defense, led by Amarian Banks. I think they come up with a couple of big plays and squeak out a close win. Give me Rojo. And another Friday afternoon game, this one in San Antonio, 2 o'clock Friday at Hero Stadium in the Alamo City. The District 28 6A title is on the line as the San Antonio Johnson Jaguars take on the San Antonio Reagan Rattlers. What a job that Mark Soto has done in his first year at Johnson. They were 6-5 a year ago. They're already 7-0, and the difference is defense, led by Parker Meza. Last year, they gave up around 26 points a game. This year, they've cut that in half. That is remarkable. What do they do now they're going up against this outstanding rushing attack, led by super sophomore Carson Green for this Reagan attack? They've also got a great dual threat quarterback in Britton Moore that I've got my eye on. I think this game's really going to be interesting, but I think that the Johnson defense is the difference here. I think the Jaguars win the district title. But those are far from the only big games in Week 14 of the Texas high school football season. Let's get to the lightning round. In a game that Westlake will be watching very carefully, I think Buda Hayes takes down Austin Bowie. Give me Abilene Wiley to get by Plainview, and I like Nederland over Kingwood Park. Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial stays hot with a win over Victoria West. I like Colleyville Heritage to get by Burleson Centennial. And keep an eye on this one, but I think Medina Valley gets by Floresville. Flower Mound Marcus beats Louisville in the Battle of the Axe. I like Longview Pine Tree over Mount Pleasant. And Huntsville polishes off a district title with a win over Montgomery. El Paso Andress beats El Paso Burgess. I like Magnolia to get by New Caney Porter. And I'm going with Clear Springs over Katy Taylor. Texas High beats Nacogdoches. I'm going with Pioneer over Sharyland in the Snakeskin Classic. And Midland Lee beats San Angelo Central. San Antonio Brandeis beats San Antonio Churchill. Laredo United South takes down Del Rio. And I'm going with Mission over PSJA North. Smithson Valley gets by Cibolo Steel, and Denison knocks off Frisco Liberty. I'm going with Killeen Shoemaker over Belton, and in one of the longest district road trips in 5A, I like Sherman over Tyler. And those are the picks. What am I wrong about? Which games did I leave out? Leave comments down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Dave Campbells. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/Dave Campbells. And of course, see us at texasfootball.com. Thanks for watching. Enjoy Week 14 of the Texas high school football season. Be safe, wear a mask. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you.